Well, it is finally a reality. When they told me that a Theology and Peace conference was coming to Nashville and we were going to be the host, I said, I'll believe it when I see it. Now I see it, and you're here, and we are thrilled and excited, even to the point I've never had a welcome address. They just asked me to come and welcome, and when they put address to it, particularly with a Baptist preacher, we take license on any word or nuance. No, I'll wait till tomorrow's plenary session, but the first word that is appropriate is welcome. Welcome to the Holy Hill. Holy Hill. Now we hallow these grounds as the Holy Hill because in 1924, white Baptists and National Baptists founded this college to educate rural clergy. But to their surprise in the evolving of history, they were establishing an incubator, getting ready civil rights leaders to join Martin Luther King Jr. People like James Bevel, the Reverend Dr. C.T. Vivian, Congressman John Lewis, Julius R. Scruggs, former president of the National Baptist Convention, and former President Bernard Lafayette found their voice for justice right here on this campus as students. All of them are graduates of the Holy Hill, American Baptist College. Now that perhaps makes it historically correct to say it's holy in that sense that this space was used for such a purpose, but really we found out how holy it was when we took students on the Cumberland River back there. And in the black preaching tradition, you might not get a real feel for this. The way they get the hum and the guttural sound in their stomach and their throat, we take them down to the Cumberland River and threaten to throw them over, and they say, yes, holy! They get all kinds of musical expressions coming out. But this is a very special place. I often call it a treasure hidden in the field, using a Matthean metaphor. And when you find that treasure, you end up wanting to give all you got for what it means for the future and for what you might contribute to God's kingdom. So American Baptist College has been this treasure hidden in the field of America. And America does not know that America would not be what America is without this little holy spot. America, I think I said again, would not be what it is today without this little holy spot. So I'm proud to be with you and enthusiastically invite you this couple of days to share this conference. As president of the college, I am everything to everybody sometimes. But most of the time we try diligently in integrity to be brother to sisters, and that in being brother to sisters to sisters and so forth, that we try to build what we are calling this conference an invitation to the beloved community. Because brothers have to be brothers and sisters have to be sisters, and we have to be inclusive with what that means for us in our way of honoring God's presence and power and love in our lives. So we're excited, very excited about having. We just finished commencement Friday. The Reverend Emeritus Riverside Pastor James Forbes gave us a wonderful commencement challenge. I'll speak maybe something about that tomorrow. But we graduated 33 students. Our school is not a large school, but every one of them are small pieces of Lego well put together. as we say in our tradition. Of that 33, 8 of them are going on to graduate studies, from going to Yale, University of London, Loyola University, Chicago Theological Seminary, Vanderbilt University, Trevecca College here in Nashville, and Baylor in Texas. If I was in the church, I'd say you ought to give that a hand. This is small school. I just want to get a feel that all the places you announced before you said, we're glad to be here. I want to let you know this one should have been first. But you have been in existence 11 years. This is your 11th annual year of having this Theology and Peace conference, and I'm anxious to learn more about your conference and how you have shaped your ethos and how your theology and your communal ways of understanding ethics and theology come together, especially around this theme, an invitation to beloved community. Someone asked, would I speak about the art behind me? This actually is the cover of my first book. The frame is in my office. The title of that book is A Ministry for Social Crisis, Theology and Praxis in the Black Church Tradition. And a student, PhD student at the time, did this work, and we had it up since I've been here. We just refreshed it for you. But you can tell what the picture is, I think, if you figured it out by now. It's a crucifix. It's a image of Jesus on the cross. You see it? The women beneath. And it is in the Afrocentric mode of suffering, meaning Jesus is black. And that blackness, sorry, this is my wife calling. Let me tell her how important she is. Hey, Jack, how you doing? Good. I'm standing up before an audience, and I picked the phone, and so was you. Y'all say hi. Hi. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Jackie. I'm gonna let you know how important you is, how much I love you. Is that all right? I'll call you back. All right. All right. Bye-bye. Boy, I'm gonna get some brownie points on that. Oh man. But a word you would know, and I use with our students, but keep unpacking it every time I use it, is this picture in terms of our understanding of the historical suffering from slavery to now is an ontological quality that draws out of the depth of us what it means to be black and Christian in America, and how we pull those two realities together without either contradicting the other has been the way in which we've understood theology and the Christian faith, and how we think it is transformative not only for black existence, but for the whole human race. And that is something that I hope we can track out for you a bit more on tomorrow. So, American Baptist College, welcome. This is as much of the address part of the welcome I'm gonna give, but I am excited because we need this kind of dialogue and this kind of conference to continue to move the narrative to another place of hopeful possibility. And I believe that we can do that in this space for these days. And as we gather up, I'm excited to hear all the other speakers and the conversation so that I can be enriched. I've been president of American Baptist College since 1999. Usually they get rid of college presidents within 7 years for sure. But I'm still here, Thank God that I'm able to be here in a way that I think we are making contributions not only to our students, but to what it means for a nation to honor God's justice in all of its relationships. And then I'm also professor at Vanderbilt University for the last 30 years. I still teach there, and I direct the Black Church Studies program there, and been tenured all these years, but they decided just the other week to rank it up to full professor. So, those of you who've been in the academy, my professor from Emory back there know the politics of the academy. At some stages, you don't care about those politics. You just go and do what you want to do anyway. But I thank God for that kind of distinction as it relates to the work that we've been doing. And we continue to want to attract and impact students, but also for them to impact the world. David Halberstam, who wrote the book The Children, it's about the student sit-in movement here in Nashville. And American Baptist College is prominent in that text. And he says of the students who came to American Baptist College, they didn't desire to go to Stanford Law or Harvard, but they came to American Baptist College because they had this hunger to preach, and they had this hunger to contribute something back to the race. They were hungry to learn. It was a place of seemingly poverty in terms of its facilities, but rich in intellectualism and intellects that talked about what justice and grace of God meant in terms of changing the world from segregation and racism to what we call it now, King's beloved community. And that is pretty much still what this college stands for and remains. And we look forward to sharing this space with you over the next couple of days, and hopefully we all have a partnership, certainly. Now, one of my major tasks, and if I don't fulfill this task, I won't be president long. I have to raise friends, funds, and freshmen. Every time I get up, I raise friends, and now that you're here on our campus, whether the other two happen or not, I've raised some new friends for American Baptist College. Welcome. Thank you. I'm glad you're here.